All right. You got it? All right. Diburei Emunah, Daf Kuf Peches. It is worthwhile, by the way, to tell a story of this incredibly precious, rich person, Diburei Emunah. It'll be a schus for him, because from his life story you can learn until where the Rebbe's koyach reaches. Diburei Emunah was a frayid. He was happy. His only quest in life was to have a good time. He was a very, very coarse person. His business was illegal business of dollars and gold, whatever it is. He was a chevreman, as they call chevreman.
What's the lesson
He doesn't know. He says a very coarse person. That their achnos is, the profit is great, but it's a big sakana. But he didn't care. He didn't feel any fear. Some people are fearless. He was totally fearless, and he put himself in great risks in order to gather silver and gold. And once his quickness and his was not enough, and he was caught in Moscow with dollars. And they sentenced him, to Siberia for 3 years. Actually, they didn't send him to Siberia. They sent him to be sent away. It says, however, for some reason, they left him the option to choose where he wants to be sent away. In other words, forget about Moscow. You have to get out of Moscow for 3 years. It says, for some reason, he chose Uman. So he went there and he brought his wife and his family.
He was exiled to Uman.
He says, in Uman, this is, he says, in Uman, what's in Uman? In Uman is the breast of theater. He says, it's the breast of the theater, the breast of theater. Funny people that are dancing and jumping. So you see, it's not from today, it's already them. Rabbi Yitzchak says the breast of theater, funny people that are dancing and jumping and doing all kinds of things, that not like the people of the land. And that was the way that, this David saw it. And now being that he was a funny guy, he was a smarty, and he was happy, he was interested. Let's find out what the heck is happening with this. Like, let's check it out, kind of thing. So Itaka came into the shul, and he started smelling. In the beginning, like he himself said, he says the Chassidim, they looked extremely weird. The Oivdim, they looked really, really weird. After a while, these anhogas, this conduct, started finding a place in his heart. He realized the incredible seriousness and earnestness and Yiras Shamayim that are on their faces, and that it fills, the Metzias of all this, as he said, all the inhabitants of the breast of theater, the way he said it. He says, and he started being drawn to this. He started coming to Bismash every single day, more and more. The more he came, the more he was pulled. And he started joining Torah Shurim and Tefillah. And after a while, he became a complete Baal Tshuva. He says, when he used to go to the Mishtach B'Reb Tzin, he says his eyes would spill tears like waters. He changed from one side from Mamish Lehepech until he Mamish became a tzaddik. That Leitz, that joker, this Kaldas became a serious Tmimis Dika Eved Hashem. He says it was unbelievably pleasant to look at him. He says, I used to know him very, very well in 1930. At the end, he perished on Kiddush Hashem on day of Hey Sivan, Hashem Yinkom Damar. And this Diburei Emunah he was zoicher that he became a shliach tov to give all the rest of the Hasidim, the Oivdim, warm clothing so they'd be able to do the Gevaldige Avodas in the fields, in the forest. They shouldn't get damaged from the terrible Russian winter, to be continued tomorrow.